Hello. How's everyone doing today? This is a untitled 10-minute noise track from the One O Tricks Point Never split cassette with I think, who is it? Oh my god, this audio is gonna be terrible. This is gonna fucking suck. And that's okay, you know? It's let's see. I done goofed myself. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I wonder what this is. Might be one of my own recordings. Yeah, I think this is a recording of a DJ set I did. Got some square pressure going on in the mix. Speedy J D-Orbit is what's playing now. Sorry. Shit's flying by. It's coming at me fast. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm out. I mean, I'm still here, but, like, I want you to be able to hear the music, too. You know what I'm saying? Here we got some Italian industrial EBM with the Maynard Vale with the album Body Count.
makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never, ever, after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, makes it harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never, ever, after work is over. Never.
bring my weed everywhere I go, you know? But you guys gotta check this shit out, bro. God damn, this shit beautiful. See the whole island from here, man, you know? If you didn't buy a buckle in the club every weekend, you see what you could be doing with your life? You wanna impress niggas that you see on a daily day, though.
Can't tell me I ain't the shit. Police jump behind me like I ain't legit, but we eatin'. The chain set, niggas tell me to be decent. That's why you fuck niggas beef.
Okay, so here's the plan. Here's the plan, soldiers. Y'all ready? 10 hot. I don't even know what 10 hot fucking means, bro. What the fuck is a 10 hot? Hey, why you doing this to me? Why you fucking with me, huh? You think it's fun to fuck with me? I'll toss you down a pipe screaming wahoo or whatever. Add a source. Video capture source. Logi, add one existing. Properties. Oh, it's Brio. It's Logi, dumb fucking piece of shit. Oh my god, that's why it was fucking shitty. Holy shit. And then filters are still there. Yep, let's delete all that shit. All that garbage. How about this? Can I control them? No, I'm just gonna delete one by one. Should be able to control shift. I don't know. I would think. Yes, I would like to do that. So the one issue I foresee here is that right now with my turntable, I have it going into my speakers through a dangled gosh darn dang nabbit. Ooh! I actually think that I may have already come up with a solution for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the RCA that comes out of the record player, put that Ishtar put that Ishtar in the motherfucking MP3 in for my mixing board. How about that? What do you think about that? How do you like them apples? But okay, here's the problem though. So the problem is, oh fuck. The problem is to get the record player audio to the computer, I need one of those USB, I think USB-A types. So, what I gotta do here is find one of them, because I have a bunch. That's not a right one. But I have a bunch, so no worries. No worries. Alright, I think I might need to move the turntable a little bit to this side. Oh my, this side, oh my. I haven't thought about that song in like a decade. Not a bad album, but also Travis Scott is kind of just like a jerk in real life. Like very ableist. And I don't just say that to be like, oh, he's ableist. Like, one of Travis Scott's, like, managers had, like, seizures, like lifelong chronic, condition that gave him seizures. And, Travis Scott, I would hope as, like, a fucking professional would be like, especially just as a human being who's, like, close to another person who's helping you out with your career, who has fucking seizures. And then, like, when they have a fucking when they have a medical emergency during a fucking business meeting or whatever, you're like, oh, I'm gonna dip out. It's not cool. Just kind of not really like a cool look, It's just like, what a fucking prick. And then when all the people died at his fucking poorly ass managed festival, and he was like, oh, I'm so sad. Like, don't get me wrong, Astroworld, fun record. Do I think he's a good person? Like, that's just one of the things with art. You have to fucking accept it at one point or another. And this is also not the same type. But like humane, fucking, wise, radical, forward-thinking artist you could fucking imagine will always have some sort of weird, like, not always, but it's very likely, because people are just fucking messy, Like, that's what I hate about, like, debates and shit, because it's like, well, I'm going to debate whether or not, like, this very specific hypothetical thing that will never happen. It's just like, come on, bro. Like, debates are stupid to me because it's just like, if you want to even entertain the idea that, well, it should always be back and forth of like whether or not it's okay to commit ethnic cleansing, because that's what they like. Anyone that's like super into like the whole debate bro shit never wants to come to a meaningful compromise. You know what I mean? Like, they just want to play word games until they can sort of come out and be like, I'm actually very cruel with how I selectively like pick and choose when human lives value. And the reason I'm using debate is like, I want to socially engineer a fake conversation. Like, a debate is a fake conversation, basically, where it's like so artificially like hypotheticalized to where you can start to normalize some of the most fucking awful motherfucking shit, because you're just going, well, I'm just asking questions, I'm just trying to defend the point, I'm just playing Shaitan's advocate. And it's just like, okay, well, where's the point where it stops being like, oh, well, I'm just trying to see both sides, and you're actively aware of which side is right, yet cheerleading for the side that is wrong because, be it fucking, you're a fucking cis white guy, or you're a cis white guy with generational wealth, then you can kind of just coast on the pre-existing structures of power. Like, and it's crazy because it's like, I don't know the specifics, but I think there's a point in American history where even when like the voting rights were specifically for white men, it wasn't just white men, it was white land owning men. Because that's why I think property and borders are fundamentally like a dangerous idea for like the welfare of all of humankind. You know what I mean? Because like maybe in fucking like the era of the Genghis Khan, with the fucking Mongol like horseback armies and their yurts and their just incredible mobility and sort of like overnight empire building. Maybe then you need walls, but like, we have the internet nowadays. Like, any real dispute can be like were worked out instantaneously between like global communication. It's just that like most of the money and resources of like human civilization has been put towards just how far can we advance machines designed to murder people. That's why Oppenheimer was a fucking blockbuster, because it's literally like a movie about the military-industrial complex forever changing America. You know what I mean? Because literally Niels Bohr said something along the lines of, hey, Oppenheimer, if we go through with this, we're going to turn the country into a giant weapons factory. And, Arkansas? You ever heard of this thing that is against the Geneva Convention to use, called white phosphorus? White phosphorus, let me tell you about that. White phosphorus is made in Pine Bluff Arsenal in Arkansas in the United States of America. And white phosphorus has been used by a certain country in regions of Lebanon and a certain strip and a certain bank. And that's a violation of international law to use white phosphorus in civilian locations, which, when that nation is using white phosphorus on Lebanon and a certain strip and a certain bank, they're most certainly doing it to harm almost, I don't want to say entirely, but pretty much like 75% of what they do is trying to target specifically civilians, because the way that they're like extremized and like hyper-militarized society sees the indigenous people of the Holy Land, the people that lived there, like hundreds of years before some, I don't know why the year 1948, just suddenly every Palestinian Jewish person and Palestinian Muslim person just phased out of existence in 1948, when Britain okayed the Balfour Declaration. There was like a bunch of Palestinian Jews and Palestinian Muslims who were like, Ottoman Empire was not fucking perfect. No empires ever. I'm always going to be staunchly anti-imperialist, but like, if there was long-lasting peace between Palestinian Jews and Palestinian Muslims, and then a little country that is entire legacy is built on global imperialism, like so much so that another country that's like whole thing is global imperialism, America, literally started as like a fucking like Siamese twin bastard child of the OG of white supremacist Western chauvinist imperialism, Britain. And like with the whole the issue going on in Gaza right now, because the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians that's been going on for the better part of a century. That's how you should frame it. It's not, October 7th. You know how many October 7ths have happened to the Palestinians since fucking like I think like the second Aliyah? Because even if the first Aliyah, it didn't like immediately just go, we're Arab Muslims, we must kill all Jews, because that's like not a, like, it's just so sad, because it's like, if you know anything about history, you know that the idea of a Palestinian person inherently always hating just anything to do with Judaism is a pretty new thing, and it's a thing that existed because of not some secret cabal or whatever. It was Britain. imperialist, like supervillain of all of history, Britain. Like, look what they fucking did to India. Look what they fucking did to, like, name a country here. You know what I mean? Like, Britain is fucking evil. Especially as someone like, my last name is Carney, and Carney is an Irish last name. So, I mean, even though that's up there, that's out of respect for fucking electronic music and A.G. Cook. The only good thing to come out of Britain is like fucking IDM and drill and bass. But yeah. I mean, fucking A.G. Cook is even I think he is like as Israeli fucking what have you, and I don't think he's ever said anything that's like, I stand with Israel, because he, you know, has a conscience. Daniel Lopatin is fucking he's Refusnik, and I don't want to fucking talk out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure Refusnik means Soviet like Russians Soviet Russian Jews who were denied Aliyah to Palestine. Because, I'm not sure what the specific is, but unofficial term for Soviet citizens, primarily Soviet Jews who were denied permission to immigrate to Israel or other Western countries by Soviet authorities. Damn. Where did a lot of Refusnik immigrants go to in the 80s? That's what's so cool about One of Tricks Point Never, because he really is like, he's like the embodiment of sort of like what was for a generation of the past the American dream. And it's not even like his parents were fucking had any sort of like leg in the door, so to speak, when it comes to like connections in the Western world. You know, they were just fucking very smart, hard fucking workers who wanted to build a life for their fucking son. And it's like that way of life, that fucking idea is gone. And I think that's like what makes One of Tricks Point Never's music so kind of like spooky in some terms, because it's just like it's reminiscing on like a hopefulness that like actual real exposure to reality has sort of shown is like a fantasy, you know? Like, especially, I think something he wrote about Nil Admirari from Returnal was very much like fucking resonated with me as someone that was like 5 years old when fucking like Bush did all those fucking invasions in the Middle East and shit. And I had family that was part of that shit. So like it's very like I want to read his specific quote on Nil Admirar. Maybe we'll play Returnal. Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, we're going as we go. One Tricks Point Never on Nil Admirari. Oh, Nihil Admirari is like an actual thing. Oh, film. Oh, wow. I think, honestly, I want to do my Age of video, but I think I'm just going to end up doing a video essay on every OPN album. But the Age of one is like, of all of One Tricks Point Never's records, Age of is like, sort of like how To Pimp a Butterfly was like perfectly encapsulated the like political ethos and just like collective zeitgeist, you know, like how people were feeling in 2015, especially with like fucking Baltimore uprisings and shit. The extrajudicial execution of Freddie Gray, because that's what it was. Because when you get arrested, you're supposed to go to court, and if police brutality murders you before you go to court, that is an execution outside of the judiciary system. But, well, technically speaking, they didn't murder him. He just died on the way to, like, fucking God. That's why, that one song on Black Ben Carson by JPEG Mafia is, like, one of the weirdest ways that, like, because usually I'm not anyone that fucking likes, like, hearing any, like, live leak stuff. Like, seeing footage of, like, somebody actually die, like, that shit fucking freaks me out. Like, I stay away from that kind of shit. But, I just killed a cop and now I'm horny, like, is like, so artistically powerful that it, like, it makes you root for the guy who got pulled over. And it's like, especially because he's a fucking Vietnam veteran with, like, fucking severe PTSD. You know what I mean? And, like, this fucking chips ass motherfucking highway patrol guy's just pulling him over, trying to, you know, push him around and shit. You know, like, as that is what policing is. But because of, like, the fucking militarization of America as just a whole project, as a whole country, that fucking smug police officer who wanted to boss around some guy did not know that he was dealing with someone who had fucking witnessed the carnage of an imperial war in Vietnam. Probably saw some of his fucking friends die. Probably, like, came back a very different fucking person. And for that fucking arrogant ass motherfucking cop to think that he could boss around someone who actually fucking left the country. Like, not that I think Vietnam was good. I think Vietnam was a dumb fucking thing to do. But, like, hey, this guy actually fucking did it. You know? He actually, like, I'm going on the premise that, like, Vietnam was something that we should have done, I guess. And something that, like, is honorable. Because, I mean, you know, even if, like, I don't immediately fucking despise anyone that was ever in the military, but, like, just fucking Vietnam was it got a little crazy. But yeah, so basically, Vietnam veteran, very much, not in a well mental state. You can tell by the voice, by the audio recording on that song. And, the police officer, I feel like there's a way the police officer could have done that where he didn't, I don't know, but the police officer did something to really fucking make that guy angry. The guy who, you know, actually went overseas, put their own fucking life in danger. I had no idea if they would ever come back. Probably saw some fucking shit. Is now getting bossed around by fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop. And, he's like, hey man, like as the officer says, put your hands up, and he's like, here I am, two motherfuckers. I haven't seen the fucking video, because I really don't want to. But in the context of an album made right after the fucking Freddie Gray extrajudicial killing, the Black Lives Matter protests in Baltimore, to make a song like that, like, where you, as a listener, don't just, like, hear audio of somebody being killed, but, like, with the context of everything around it, you're like, especially with JPEG Mafia's own, like, history as someone in the military, albeit I don't think he ever saw anything as crazy as Vietnam. I mean, I don't want to fucking speak for him. I've never fucking seen anything crazy as probably most people in the military, because I live a very sheltered life. But, yeah, for, like, somebody who basically his whole job is eating donuts and you know, pulling people over, and then this guy who actually had, like, went overseas and fucking, you know, came back a different fucking person. And probably, you know, it's a big cultural fucking, like, Rambo was about how Vietnam vets were neglected by the American government after the war. They were kind of just tossed to the side. So for fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop to think he can kind of roughhouse this guy who had his fucking, like, probably had his fucking brain destroyed by being drafted. I'm assuming he was drafted. But like, by being sent to Vietnam, had his fucking brain destroyed. Gets pulled over by some fucking, you know, fucking Ralph Wiggum ass motherfucker. And it's just like, bro, I've seen fucking shit. You know? Like, he literally is like screaming, just fucking kill me, man. Just fucking kill. It's insane. Like, this is stuff I'm not normally into, but like with the context of American militarism. So this is a soldier who went overseas, and this is a fucking, you know, professional donut eater, thinking he could boss around somebody who actually put their life on the line. Actually did. And I don't know of any other circumstance where I would, like, be so fucking, like, I would derive so much satisfaction from hearing something that fucking brutal. But, like, that's why BBC is, like, it's one of those albums that's, first, I can definitely see for some people, oh, that's too far. I can't fuck with that. But, like, for people that could watch George Floyd get fucking executed in the street and be like, still fucking have those thin blue line flags, I think that's just as distasteful as deriving pleasure from two fucking you know, armed forces people. I wouldn't even call fucking police armed forces. Just basically like two government, like, armed people who have done things for the government. One abroad, one domestic. And the one domestic pulls someone over during a traffic stop and kind of wants to fuck around with him. The other one is literally like the point of the Rambo, like, theme has been fucked up by being a pawn for you know, stopping the spread of communism, which it wasn't really about. And we also lost, so it's sort of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't care if other countries adopt left-wing kind of governments, especially if they do it democratically, because it's none of our business. And it might just be because what they're doing is they're doing something new, because what was working in the past fucking sucked. So they're progressing. Like, so many of the fucking shit we did in the Cold War was basically just, it was literal anti-democratic fucking, like, it's just crazy. Crazy. But yeah, I love that song because it's just like two people who are armed and serve the government. One who sacrificed infinitely more and is getting fucking pushed around by someone who basically went through, like, the most fucking, like, half-ass motherfucking training program to get certified to be a cop. And then it's like, yeah, that is a pretty fucking vivid picture of, like, an empire in, like, decay, you know, of, like, a country whose, like, armed forces are seen as almost like sub fucking human by even, like, less, like, dangerous government positions, you know what I mean? Like, if I was a cop and I saw, like, a fucking veteran, I'd be like, yo, I mean, I would never be a cop. I'd rather fucking shoot myself. But if I was a cop and I saw someone that was a veteran, I would be like, hey, appreciate what you fucking do, you know? I'm just trying to, like, make sure that this place is, you know, all safe and in order. And, you know, I don't think that going overseas and fighting wars is really a great thing either. But at least it's like requires a bit of bravery, requires a bit of courage, you know, requires you to invest a lot of time into being able to even get into like the Navy or the Army or whatever, you know. It's just like cops are just so like it's like if you really want to be a fucking badass motherfucker, and I don't think it's a good idea to want to do that, but if you do, don't be a fucking cop. At least fucking be like a soldier, you know? I mean, they're both net negatives to have to exist in society, in my opinion, but a cop is just like the most pathetic version of that because, especially, and it's so exemplified in that song because it's like, hey, this guy actually had his life fucking stolen from him because he had to fight in Vietnam. And you think it's just going to be a routine, you know, power fantasy fucking thing because you're a cop, because that's your job. And, oh no, you got shot because you weren't ready to deal with someone who's actually seen some shit and actually fucking had their life, like, gave their life for their fucking country. Like, even though the cop died, the Vietnam vet who was had nothing else to fucking lose, already had given his life for the country. And it's just like, hey, maybe if that's what happens when someone like dedicates themselves to the American project, maybe we should rethink what the whole goal of this whole thing is. You know? Like, think about how many just fucking fathers or mothers or sons or daughters in the military just in 2026 right now have died because of Donald Trump's fucking just idiotic fucking game of footsie with Bibi. Like, when was the last time you heard of a like, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think Iran is a perfect country, but like, I don't think America's a fucking perfect country. Definitely don't think Israel's a perfect country. I mean, if you're aware of like the whole conflict, you already kind of know the answer, but like, why? I'm pretty sure like, if you were to have a globe, Iran would be like on the like direct opposite side of the fucking spherical globe of America, or not America. That's how fucking brainwashed we are as like a culture. It's like I was literally about to say the globe, the Earth, and my fucking dumb fucking brain said America, because like it's just so hammered into your head at any point in any sort of educational thing in this country that America is the center of the universe and everywhere else, you know, they exist to give us our food and our fuel and our cars and our labor, and we're the ones that matter. But yeah, basically, how far away is Iran? If you were to give a globe to some fucking somebody who says, yeah, bomb Oman right now, be like, hey, point out where Oman is on the map. Also, have you ever heard of a sect of Islam called the Ibadi Muslims? There's about like 3 million of them all around right now. An entire sort of like subculture within Islam. Almost, I don't think they really have any cohesive ties to like organized terrorism or anything like that. And they're mostly based out of Oman. To destroy Oman, to destroy the sort of center of Ibadi Muslim culture, would be a genocide. So the genocide, like definitionally, is to thoroughly destroy a culture, or sort of carry out a deliberate attempt with that aim. And because, you know, Ibadi is like, Ibadi as like a sect of Islam is like pretty, you know, it's not as like, doesn't have as large of a demographic, but still, like, for all the people that like pearl clutch about like, oh, China's fucking putting Uyghurs in concentration camps, and honestly, I don't know enough about that to know if that's actually happening or not. I think that if they are, that's fucked up too, you know. I think anyone that puts anyone in concentration camps are extremely fucked up, and we're doing that right now. But yeah, basically, Ibadi Muslims, for the most part, have no like real beef with the U.S. I believe the only reason that Trump said he wanted to annihilate them was that they would let ships pass through their own territory. That's not U.S. territory. Like, that's my thing. Is it's like, you only care about the oil, obviously. Like, it's been clear since you were bombing boats in Venezuela that were drug boats, and then you seized an oil tanker. It's like, hey, if you're bombing drug boats, why are you seizing an oil tank? And then you invade it. It's like, oh, yeah. You don't give a shit about human beings. You give a shit about imperial acquisitions. And destroying Ibadi Muslims, like the cultural center of Ibadi Muslim. Ibadi, like these fucking people will like cry about like God, I don't even know. Like, they'll cry if somebody says that like an Israeli settler murdering a Palestinian is an Israeli settler murdering a Palestinian, but an entire sect, like an entire subgroup of a religion, like basically not all 3 million live in Oman. A majority of them do, and a majority of the texts and cultural are to just look at Oman clearly as a grass block in Minecraft for you to just destroy and like swap out with whatever you want. And not even be aware of or care about the irreparable cultural damage that will cause. Like, we pearl clutch so much about, oh, ISIS loves to destroy Buddhist monuments. Who would do something like that? Who would do something like that? We would. It's fucked up. So yeah, fucking pray for the Ibadi Muslims of Oman. Pray for the Ibadi Muslims living outside of Oman. Pray for everyone living in Oman. I find it harder and harder to have like functional empathy with people that really ever supported Donald Trump, because ever since he said, oh, you can just grab him by the pussy, I knew he was a fucking rapist and a terrible person. And already, even before that, I was like, yeah, reality TV star probably won't be a good fucking leader. I was fucking 15. I was 16, 15. I never once ever fucking thought. I didn't like Hillary either. I thought Hillary was fucking like as fucking establishment as you could be, you know? I was too young to really understand why Obama was problematic with like whole, you know, bombing weddings in Yemen, which is also like one of my favorite Obama quotes is, now folks, we did some torture. Like, he had to. You had to violate, like, you know, who hasn't done a little bit of torture here and there? It's just like, God. That's why I'm, like, so disillusioned with America, because it's like, oh, yeah, Kamala shook hands with the guy with the International Criminal Court arrest warrant and said she would not change her position of being for the mass murder of an entire ethnicity. So it's like, even though that's like fucking unhinged and shit as Trump is, as like a global collective, do you think Kamala would have done anything different? Both like domestically and abroad? Because she's the person that says like, I can't remember the exact context, but somebody was like, "What do you think about there's either like you know, like lowering the cost of tuition or having like a lot of other countries have, just like the government provide things for the citizens." So like somebody mentioned something like I was either universal healthcare or something about like you know, more affordable education, and Kamala was like, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's just it's too unreasonable, so we shouldn't even try." It's like, that's not progressive. That's not liberal. That's fucking that's just Republican shit. That is just Republican shit. Like, that's what's so infuriating about it, is it's like, I mean, when I was 8, I guess I fucking believed that the Democrats like were the progressive people. But ever since I saw like Joe Biden advocate for genocide and also lie about seeing a bunch of decapitated babies that just didn't exist, and when I would see actual like killed Palestinian babies that do exist, that I saw the pictures of on like Joe Biden, it's just like, oh, dead baby, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby. Like, that sounds fucking demented. It's me saying that, but that's like Van Jones making fun of people saying how heinous Israel's genocide is. And Van Jones, who is a fucking CNN anchor, not a Fox News anchor, a CNN anchor, saying that the dead Gaza babies are a hoax. That's like, that is as fucked up as Holocaust denial. That's like Holocaust denial while the Holocaust is fucking going on. Like, that's why I just, at this point, I don't care who wins what, like, electorally. I want to pool all of my resources and, you know, future plans to just move to a country that has some ethics, like Ireland, the country that recognizes Palestine as a, you know, sovereign nation and condemns genocide, because believe it or not, common villain of this whole, you know, imperialism thing, Britain, did a little bit of a imperialism ethnic cleansing in Ireland too, you know. And it led to this formation of this evil, scary terrorist group called the IRA. Oh, but think about it like this: why did that group form? Why did Hezbollah form? Why did Hamas form? Did they just decide one day that they were like, yeah, let's just go fucking start killing people? I think one entity started the imperial aggression, and then the other entity that, weirdly enough, is the one that's called the terrorist, responds to the imperial aggression. Which is weird because, like, in our country, the Revolutionary War, like the like people who fought against Britain were anti-imperialist resistance fighters, and they're cool. The white men that are anti-imperialist resistance fighters are cool, But the Arab Muslim, there can never be an Arab Muslim resistance fighter by the very nature that they're not a white man. Like, that's not my belief. That's the fucking belief of, like, the general fucking centrist, like, brain dead autopilot motherfucker. And it's, like, been hammered into our heads so much ever since both, like, I mean, I was only born, like, fucking, like, a year before 9/11, so I don't even know anything about, like, the reality of living through the Gulf War, but just reading about the Gulf War, it seemed like it was the kind of, like, precursor for this current, like, literal forever war that we see happening in the Middle East. Yeah, it's fucked up. And I didn't even want to, like, rant. I wanted to play records, but it's just, like, it's hard not to fucking think about it, because it's just, like, wow, yeah. We're just fucking, you know, doing our fucking dumb shit every day while fucking... There might not be certain cultures anymore because some fucking powerful motherfuckers aren't getting enough money. If you think any amount of money is more valuable than a culture, then you failed at being a fucking human being. Because you know what predates money? Human fucking culture. And, like, human communities. Cooperation predates fucking money. Cooperation predates profit incentive. It's just insane. So fucking weird. Like, the fact that they made communism the boogeyman, like the word communism, it doesn't even sound scary. Like, capitalism sounds scary because the idea of capital, like raw resources, raw money, raw wealth. That is my ism. I build my entire life around. I prefer the one that's the community one. Because, like, communities are made of people, whereas capital is, like, cold, like, numerical, like, assets. It's just fucking weird. Like, what other fucking, like, species, like, thrives by just being, like, aggressively, belligerently selfish towards their own? I don't know. I'll never get it. I'm excited for Dune 3, though. I don't know why talking about all this instability and constant sort of cycles of violence and uprisings and sort of you know, imperial powers crushing them. I don't know why all that made me think of Dune. No reason. It just, there's no connection between like Arab independence and self-determination movements and the world building of Dune. There's no connection. Fedaykin is a completely made up word. Has no connection to Fedayeen. Bene Gesserit has no connection to Jesuit. It just doesn't. Al-Gaib. Frank Herbert made that up completely. Frank Herbert made up that Kefetz had that. I forget how to actually say the actual one because it's very either Yiddish or Hebrew. But Kefetz Zat Hederik is the Jewish concept of a miraculous fucking... Are you surprised that I actually really like the religious, like, canon of Judaism? I think it's one of the most interesting things in all of fucking human history. You know what I don't like is apartheid imperialist regimes. And any religion can be co-opted to be an apartheid imperialist regime. That's what Dune is about. Sorry, but yeah. So okay. Let me see. Add source. Let's see. No, not display capture. I'm gonna do window capture. Boppy boop boop boop. Am I saying that right? Boppy boop boop boop. I hate how it's not really working like I want it to. I want to transform these little babies. Why can't I move them? It's so weird. I wonder why I can't move them. Transform. Order. How do I move it? It's like weird. I can't move any of my little thingies. That's so fucking stupid. My god. Bounds automatic. Let's see. Fit. Let's see. Maximum reset. Alignment. Boop 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 boop. Automatic. Fit. Close. What do you? How do you do the thing where you have like a little tools? Like what? This shit's fucking stupid. You used to be able to do that. It didn't make any fucking sense. Alright. I'm fucking bummed. Why can't I transform my little thingies in OBS? It's not locked though. It ain't locked. How about this? I'll just delete all this fucking bullshit. Delete. Okay, that works. Okay. Why can't I use that little red transform handle in OBS? Probably because of the window. That makes perfect sense. Don't lock that shit. Okay, there we go. Well, that's exactly what I was hoping to figure out. We did it. Look at us. Who would have thunk? That's goofy. I wonder if I can do like a delay. Let's see. That's weird. It doesn't really seem like it's doing it. Okay. I love that. I love that. That's fun. Whoa! Oh, oh, ooh, ooh, ah. Whoa, that's creepy. I think I'm just gonna play some more VLC or yeah, let's do that. Yeah, mother's a bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did I do that earlier? How was I able to do when I selected them all? I don't get it. Remove. Yes. Yes. God, this stream has just been fucking garbage, bro. I think I might delete this one. I don't know. Oh my god, not a new group. Not a new group. Don't do it. Let's see. Transform. Edit, transform. Automatic. Stretch. Let's see. Brio. Transform. Scale, filter wing. Winning mode. Transform. Edit, transform. Reset, transform. Fit to screen. Here's properties. Capa de pupa. Resolution. FPS type. Custom. Resolution. It's going to be 1980 to 1080p degrees. I don't know why I said it like that. And then I'm going to add that young Logi. One existing. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Webby flow, Logi. Defaults. Okie dokie. And then let's close it at Philip Dales. How do you do that thing? I was able to do it, and I don't remember what I did. God damn it, whatever. Delete. 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 All right. Close. Logi. Properties. FNPD Logi. Oh my god. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to jam out. I'm tired of ranting and rambling. Rambling on. Down the bottom to sing my song. Sing my song. All right, I think that should be good. Let us add a new source. Audio input capture. I'm gonna go with line 40. Rename that Ishtar to Turntable. And what are we going to be listening to? You know what? Fuck it. Two remixes. I don't know if y'all is ready for this. I need to turn on my ability to listen to the mother frackin' sound speakers. I want my speakers to be the regular speakers, but I want my audio input to be listenable when it comes to being line 4. God damn it. I hate Windows 11 so much. It's like they love to make functionalities that have always been easy to get to and just more like hidden. And I just don't understand that. Like, I will never understand that shit. General speakers. I don't think it's speakers that can do anything. It has to be recording. Yeah, let's see. Line and properties. Listen to this device. The neck breaker. I don't know why that shit's so fucking funny to me. Alright. We're doing it. We're doing it. Like everyone's doing it. Confusion. Confusion. Apply. And then I think it might just be that I don't have my actual. That's what it is. That's what the confusion was. That should be what I'm going for. I think so. All right. Misa gonna turn this off. Yo, ready for that box energy? DJ Pierre. That was an Aphex remix of Flow Coma by 808 State. I believe it came out in the late 80s or early 90s. Really cool, like classic acid house track. And what's dope is these this two remixes by Aphex. Little 12-inch is like Druk's core drill and bass type fucking reimaginations of the what have you, like old school acid house that kind of like was the stomping grounds of the young Richard D. James. So yeah, I fuck with it. I must say, I fucks with it heavy. I'm actually wondering here, if the USB is the right idea. I think I might change it out for a little something else. Because I got a line in already. Add source, line in, one existing, line. Let's see. Let's see. Difficulties, as always. Recording, let's see. Rio, microphone, mic 1. Currently unavailable. Weird. Bizarre. Turn that off. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. That's what I like to see. Oh, come on. What is it? What it do, baby? Microphone. Yeah, it's microphone jabibibu papi. That is default face. Guess delete that. Remove. Yeah. Remove. Yeah. Yep. Add source. Audio input capture as new device. Yes, that's the one I want to add. Alright, audio input capture. Alrighty. And this is what we call big time booling. Big time booling is what we call this. Oh fuck. Okay. Huh? Weird. It ain't working how I want it to work. Let's see. Maybe I need to do this. Just no. Weird. Oh, that's why, because I didn't fucking do that. Oh my god. You're witnessing my brain deteriorate in real time, which is probably very fun. For the viewer, not for me. But, you know. I just love to be Alright. Properties, le son with the you take audio play. Okay. Just give it a beat. Alright, let's go.
It's like, when I took that E, bitch, I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again.